जी हाँ, आज के मुख्य अतिथि के रूप में यहाँ उपस्थित हैं विज्ञान और प्रौद्योगिकी राज्य मंत्री माननीय डॉक्टर जितेंद्र सिंह।
We are about 31 minutes from the scheduled launch time. You're watching this live from the Mission Control Center. Apart from Doordarshan, you can also watch the launch event on ISRO website, YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
आपको ज्ञात हो, चंद्रयान 1 22 अक्टूबर 2008 को PSLV C11 द्वारा प्रक्षेपित किया गया था और 8 नवंबर 2008 को वह चंद्रमा की कक्षा में जाने में सफल रहा था और अपने मिशन का उद्देश्य पूरा किया, जिसमें चंद्रमा पर पानी की खोज भी शामिल है। फिर 29 अगस्त 2009 में चंद्रयान 1 से हमारा संपर्क किसी कारणवश टूट गया, लेकिन इसमें मील के पत्थर ने चंद्रयान 2 का मार्ग प्रशस्त किया था। चंद्रयान 2, जिसमें ऑर्बिटर के साथ चंद्रमा की सतह पर उतरने के लिए लैंडर और आसपास के क्षेत्र का विश्लेषण करने के लिए रोवर की अभिकल्पना की गई थी। चंद्रयान 2 को जुलाई 2019 को भेजा गया था। इसमें ऑर्बिटर ने भली भांति अपना मिशन पूरा किया, लेकिन लैंडर मॉड्यूल चंद्रमा की सतह पर सुरक्षित उतरने में असफल रहा था। इसके पश्चात गहन अध्ययन और उन्नत तकनीक से परिपूर्ण सभी परीक्षणों और सिमुलेशन के पश्चात तैयार है सुदृढ़ चंद्रयान 3। आपको संक्षिप्त में LVM-3 M4 प्रमोचक यान की जानकारी देते हैं। LVM-3 प्रमोचक यान अन्य सभी यानों की तुलना में सबसे अधिक विकसित तथा उन्नत अभिकल्पित किया गया है। इसकी ऊंचाई 43.5 मीटर तथा व्यास 4 मीटर का होता है। इसका कुल उत्थापन भार 640 टन का होता है। यह 3 चरणीय यान है, जिसकी क्षमता 4 टन के नितभार को भूतुल्यकालीय अंतरण कक्षा में यानी 180 बाई 36,000 किलोमीटर में ले जाने की क्षमता है तथा 8 टन के नितभार को निम्न कक्षा में स्थापित करने की क्षमता है। इस यान में प्रथम चरण में 2 S200 स्टेप-ऑन बूस्टर्स लगे होते हैं, जो कि ठोस नोदक पर आधारित चरण हैं, जिन्हें सतीश धवन अंतरिक्ष केंद्र में उन्नत और परिपक्व उत्पादन प्रणाली द्वारा निर्मित किया जाता है। दोनों S200 के मध्य में L110 चरण है, जो कि तरल नोदक पर आधारित चरण है, और इसके ऊपर की ओर 28 टन के क्रायोजेनिक ईंधन वाले C20 इंजन का प्रयोग करते हुए C25 चरण है, जो कि भारत का सबसे बड़ा क्रायोजेनिक इंजन है।
As we await the launch, let me tell the viewers about the flight events for LVM-3 M4 Chandrayaan 3 mission. At T0, the twin S200s will be ignited and the mighty LVM-3 rocket lifts off. The core L110 stage is airlit 108 seconds into the flight, while the rocket is at an altitude of 45 kilometers. The S200 strap-ons and L110 will thrust together for the next 20 seconds. Thereafter, the strap-ons will separate at 127 seconds past launch time, while the rocket is at 62 kilometers altitude. The relative velocity gained by the rocket in the meantime is 1.59 kilometers per second. At an altitude of 71 kilometers, closed-loop guidance is initiated for LVM-3. Separation of payload fairing takes place at 195 seconds past the launch at an altitude of 115 kilometers. The core 110 stage, having completed its burn time of about 200 seconds, is separated from the ongoing rocket. This event takes place at 306 seconds into the flight. At this point of time, the altitude will be 175 kilometers and the rocket would have acquired 4.2 kilometers per second relative velocity. Then the upper cryogenic stage C25 ignites 2 seconds later and continues to burn for close to 650 seconds. During the operational regime of C25, the largest relative velocity is 4 kilometers per second. And the most awaited moment of the Chandrayaan-3 separation is scheduled to take place at 969.7 seconds into the flight. The altitude will be 179.3 kilometers, which is a part of elliptical transfer orbit of 170 by 36,500 kilometers. From then on, the moon craft Chandrayaan-3 would commence its journey to the moon.
इस मिशन का काउंटडाउन 25.5 घंटे पूर्व शुरू हो चुका है और इस दौरान रॉकेट तथा अंतरिक्ष यान को पावर ऑन कर सभी तंत्रों की स्वास्थ्य जांच की जा रही है। इस दौरान L110 चरण तथा क्रायोजेनिक चरण पर ईंधन का भराव सुनिश्चित किया जा चुका है। यह काम प्रमोचन मंच से सुदूर स्थल पर पूर्ण स्वचालित तकनीक से पूर्ण सुरक्षा के साथ संपूर्ण किया जाता है। आप अभी अपनी स्क्रीन पर यहाँ व्यूअर्स गैलरी का दृश्य देख रहे हैं। बहुत भारी संख्या में यहाँ लोग उपस्थित हुए हैं इस रोमांचक दृश्य को देखने के लिए। मौसम विभाग के अनुसार मौसम पूरी तरह सामान्य अनुकूल है इस प्रमोशन के लिए। अब आपके सामने प्रस्तुत है LVM-3 का इंटीग्रेशन वीडियो।
We bring to you a small clipping of the integration video for the LVM-3 rocket.
Minus 25 minutes.
M3 M4 rocket has been assembled. These are the strap-on boosters getting assembled segment by segment.
Roger.
Each S200 has got 3 segments
Roger.
called nozzle end segment, middle segment and head end segment. To which the nozzle is when the fully assembled solid rocket booster is handled carefully with a crane and being lowered on to the mobile strap-on nose cones. On your TV screen, brought to the second vehicle assembly building. For tilting and assembly between the S200 boosters.
जी हाँ, अभी आपने देखा दोनों S200 स्ट्रैप-ऑन बूस्टर्स के साथ L110 को भी संलग्न कर दिया गया है और ये CH-25 कहा जाता है इसे। बहुत ही जटिल इंजन है ये C-20 इंजन। यह है इक्विपमेंट बे जो कि दिमाग है इस रॉकेट का और यह है हमारा propulsion module चंद्रयान चंद्रयान 2 के पश्चात इसमें काफी सुधार किए गए हैं।
TCTC SHAR wanted to confirm नाम
और यहाँ आप देख रहे हैं लैंडर और रोवर को। ये रोवर है जो चंद्रमा में विचरण करेगा
Affirmative. All
रहा है।
minus 22 minutes. Request all stations change over to channel 2 at T minus 21 minutes. No confirmation
सभी
is
परीक्षण
needed to control.
पूर्ण होने के पश्चात पेलोड रैप्टर, अंतरिक्ष यान और पेलोड फेयरिंग, इन सभी के समुच्चय को एनकैप्सुलेटेड असेंबली कहते हैं। अब इसे व्हीकल असेंबली बिल्डिंग लाया जा रहा है और क्रेन की मदद से इसे क्रायो स्टेज के ऊपर संयोजित किया जा रहा है।
tracking systems are ready.
अब पूर्णतः तैयार LVM-3M4 रॉकेट व्हीकल असेंबली बिल्डिंग से निकलकर लॉन्च पैड की ओर जा रहा है। इसे मोबाइल लॉन्च पेडेस्ट्रियल पर रखकर
Minus
करीब
21 minutes.
1 किलोमीटर
Request
की दूरी
all
तय की जाती है।
stations change over to channel 2.
Roger, Roger.
RSO to ROD, range safety.
इसे सावधानी पूर्वक लॉन्च पैड ले आया गया है और बाकी की स्वास्थ्य जांच यहां से पूरी की
All
जाएंगी।
stations to note, event number 430 and 431 is completed. Chandrayaan 3
पूर्ण संयोजित और तैयार LVM-3M4 रॉकेट आगे की जांच तथा तरल नोदक का भराव यहां संपन्न किया जाता है।
Parameters are normal. L1 stage is cleared for LVM-3M4
The
Chandrayaan.
LVM-3M4 rocket standing majestically against a picturesque background in the second launch pad. LVM-3 rocket will fly for the 7th launch today. 43.5 meters tall and 642 tons heavy launch vehicle has been operationalized
20
after
minutes.
an experimental and 2 developmental missions. Mission executives on your screen. That's the spacecraft director
Control to note event number 430.
and associate spacecraft director. LVM-3 is India's largest and heaviest launch vehicle, ferrying Indian and international customer satellites.
Vehicle Director to Mission Director. LVM-3 M4 launch vehicle is ready for the Chandrayaan 3 mission.
Mission Director Roger.
Mission Director to
अब हम
Chandrayaan
उड़ान
3
से
spacecraft,
19
both
मिनट
propulsion module
12
and
सेकंड की
landing
दूरी पर
module health is normal and cleared for launch.
Mission Director Roger.
ROD to Mission Director. Range is ready for LVM-3 M4 Chandrayaan 3 launch.
Minus 19 minutes.
Mission Director Roger.
TTC Director to Mission Director, all track stations and network is ready to support LVM-3M4 Chandrayaan 3 mission.
रेंज ऑपरेशन डायरेक्टर, टेलीमेट्री ट्रैकिंग एंड कमांड डायरेक्टर, सैटेलाइट डायरेक्टर और व्हीकल डायरेक्टर अपने तंत्रों की जानकारी मिशन डायरेक्टर को देते हैं।
All necessary clearances are obtained for the launch of LVM-3 M4 Chandrayaan 3 mission. Mission Readiness Review Committee and Launch Authorization Board have already given authorization for the launch of LVM-3 M4 Chandrayaan 3 mission. Based on the readiness of vehicle systems, range, spacecraft and TTC confirmed by respective mission executives and the prevailing favorable weather conditions, Mission Director hereby authorizes for the launch operation sequence of launch of LVM-3 M4 Chandrayaan 3 mission at 14 hours 35 minutes 17 seconds Indian Standard Time today, the 14th July 2023 from second launch pad of SDSC Shar.
Control Roger. All stations to know. Mission Director has given authorization for launch.
जी हाँ, अभी आपने घोषणा सुनी। मिशन डायरेक्टर ने इस लॉन्च के लिए ऑटोमेटिक लॉन्च सीक्वेंस शुरू करने का अनुमोदन दे दिया है। इसके पश्चात व्हीकल डायरेक्टर ALS ऑटोमेटिक लॉन्च सीक्वेंस शुरू करेंगे।
On your screens, you have just watched Mission Director Shri Mohan Kumar giving clearance for the initiation of automatic launch sequence. This is based on the confirmation of readiness of all participating team for range, launch vehicles, spacecraft and tracking. The automatic launch sequence is scheduled to begin at T-14 minutes 30 seconds, as a part of which the most critical control system elements are checked for the launch vehicle.
minus 17 minutes.
Very close to the launch time, control will be passed on to the onboard
Roger.
computers.
VLCC to LCC no to not.
लोग उपस्थित हुए हैं, आप सभी का हार्दिक स्वागत है सतीश धवन अंतरिक्ष केंद्र में।
Enthusiastic viewers from all across the country gathering at Satish Dhawan Space Center launch view gallery for witnessing. The countdown for LVM-3 M4 Chandrayaan-3 mission has lasted for 25.5 hours. Vehicle
Minus
stages are
16
serviced with propellants.
Vehicle Director to
Gas
ALS
bottles
console.
meant for stage
Vehicle
operations are
Director
charged,
authorizes
while the
automatic
Earth storable
launch sequence
propellant filling was
LVM-3
concluded
M4
more than
Chandrayaan 3
16
mission.
hours ago.
ALS
The cryogenic propellants
SDA servers activated. MC confirms data from SHAR-1
अभी
and
अभी
SHAR-2.
कंफर्म किया गया है, व्हीकल डायरेक्टर श्री बीजूसी थॉमस ने ऑटोमेटिक लॉन्च सीक्वेंस शुरू कर दिया है। अब यह लॉन्च व्हीकल LVM-3 M4 रॉकेट ऑटोमेटिक लॉन्च सीक्वेंस के अंतर्गत है। इसका मतलब ऑनबोर्ड कंप्यूटर पूरी तरह स्वचालित हो चुका है।
ALS in auto mode.
and the day of launch wind biasing data is fed during the countdown to the onboard computers to enable most suitable steering of the launch vehicle through atmosphere.
Moon, this familiar object in the night sky, has inspired the imagination of the moon, used it to count time and navigate the high seas. In modern times, Moon, the only natural satellite of the Earth, has acquired added importance due to the belief that Moon is the key to our understanding of the evolution of the solar system in general and Earth in particular.
14 minutes.
Besides, Moon's precious resources and low gravity have further endeared it to humans. India, a major spacefaring nation, has conducted a detailed exploration of the Moon through its Chandrayaan program. The country has sent 2 robotic spacecraft to orbit the Moon, reach the surface of the Moon at a place and time of its choice. And with it, India became the 4th country to reach the surface of the Moon in November 2008. Besides, Chandrayaan-1's conclusive discovery of water on the Moon in 2009 was praised as a path-breaking discovery. The follow-on mission, Chandrayaan-2, had an orbiter, a lander called Vikram, and a rover named Pragyan. In the past 4 years, the orbiter has repeatedly observed the lunar surface and even today is working satisfactorily. Now, 3,900 kilograms Chandrayaan-3 spacecraft is being sent to the Moon with the objective of making yet another focused attempt to slowly land on the lunar surface and to explore it with the help of a rover. Following the spacecraft launched by India's most capable rocket LVM-3, the Chandrayaan-3 lander carrying a rover within it will be carried into an orbit around the Moon by the propulsion module. A little later, The lander will separate from that module and will attempt to make a soft landing in the south polar region of the
-12
moon.
minutes.
This region is of intense interest as it has many permanently shadowed craters with instruments or payloads, of which one will study the moonquakes, the plasma environment near the moon's surface. And the fourth instrument will enable scientists to measure the distance between the Earth and Moon very accurately. The two instruments on the rover help us study the composition of the Moon's surface using X-rays and laser respectively. While the lander and rover will be in direct contact with each other. The propulsion module circling the Moon will observe the light coming from Earth, the only planet which we know which is definitely teeming with life. This observation will help in understanding the nature of distant planets circling stars other than the Sun. As Chandrayaan-3 undergoes important tests and gears up for launch, thousands of ISRO scientists, including those who will launch it, control it, and receive the precious scientific information from it using giant dish antennas, are readying themselves for the challenging tasks ahead. In the past, their dedication and skill have enabled India to earn praise from across the world and made it proud. Let us wish them well in this great endeavor called Chandrayaan-3.
-10 minutes.
आपके सामने हैं इसरो के अध्यक्ष श्री एस सोमनाथ। अभी अभी आपने देखा एक संक्षिप्त वीडियो जिसमें एनिमेशन की मदद से इस पूरे मिशन की यात्रा को बताया गया है, इस मिशन के ऑब्जेक्टिव को समझाया गया।
Tank level correction completed.
Chandrayaan-3 has two predecessors with destination Moon as their mission objective. Chandrayaan-1, launched by PSLV C-11 in October 2008, included lunar orbiter and impactor. During the mission life of around 10 months, Chandrayaan-1 had mapped the minerals on lunar surface, acquired 70,000 images to help create 3D atlas of Moon, and what's more, found water on Moon's polar regions. Chandrayaan-2, launched by LVM-3M1 on 22nd of July 2019, consisted of lunar orbiter, lander named Vikram, and rover named Pragyan. The orbiter is still providing insightful scientific information through its payloads like spectrometers, synthetic aperture radar, and cameras.
चंद्रयान 3 की चंद्रमा की सतह में उतरने के इस मिशन को कुल 10 चरणों में पूरा किया जाएगा। संक्षेप में यह इस प्रकार है। सर्वप्रथम चंद्रयान 3 को LVM-3 प्रमोचक रॉकेट द्वारा पृथ्वी की एलिप्टिकल टारगेट ऑर्बिट, जो कि 170 बाई 36,500 किलोमीटर की ऑर्बिट है, उसमें प्रमोचित किया जाएगा। वहां से चंद्रयान में मैन्यूवर कर पृथ्वी की गुरुत्वाकर्षण की सहायता से चंद्रयान की गति को वृद्धि की जाएगी। फिर चंद्रयान पृथ्वी की कक्षा से निकलकर चंद्रमा की वृत्ताकार कक्षा में स्थापित किया जाएगा। फिर सही समय आने पर लैंडर मॉड्यूल को प्रोपल्शन मॉड्यूल से पृथक कर दिया जाएगा। यह आप अपनी स्क्रीन पर देख पा रहे हैं, यह है प्रोपल्शन मॉड्यूल। प्रोपल्शन मॉड्यूल का मुख्य उद्देश्य है लैंडर तथा रोवर को पृथ्वी की कक्षा से चंद्रमा की कक्षा में, जो कि 100 किलोमीटर की वृत्ताकार कक्षा होगी, उसमें उचित एमएमएच और मॉन का प्रयोग कर 440 न्यूटन के थ्रस्टर सुविधाएं भी उपलब्ध हैं।
The moon. The spacecraft consists of propulsion module, lander and rover. Lander is planned to touch down at south pole of moon. Launch, ascent and earthbound moves closer to the moon. Next 8 phases are in the moon orbit. The third being the lunar orbit insertion, followed by the moon bound maneuvers phase,
Vehicle on
which mark
internal
the
power.
fourth phase. Propulsion module separates from the lunar module, is out deboost
External power
from
withdrawn.
100 kilometers to
Flight coefficient loading complete.
आपके सामने है मिशन नियंत्रण कक्ष का दृश्य। सभी सेंटर डायरेक्टर्स अपने स्क्रीन पर देख रहे हैं कि ऑटोमेटिक लॉन्च सीक्वेंस किस तरह पूरा हो रहा है। दर्शक दीर्घा भी इस इंतजार पे। प्रमोशन से हम 5 मिनट की दूरी पर हैं।
-5 minutes.
most of you might recall the Chandrayaan 2 mission
MC confirms radar
and the
data.
intense moments when all the enthusiastic Indians were waiting for the touchdown of the lander on the surface of moon. The launch view gallery with the overwhelming crowd of visitors.
वो अपनी सुविधाओं के साथ में यहाँ उपस्थित हुए हैं।
Launch time.
-4 minutes.
Gaining from Chandrayaan 3 is upgraded in several aspects for the enhanced robustness
Pyro
through
and wall
extensive
battery.
ground tests and simulation.
Onboard computer in flight mode.
ऑटोमेटिक लॉन्च सीक्वेंस जारी है। इस दौरान सभी संचार तंत्रों की स्वास्थ्य जांच, बैटरी आवेशन पूर्ण किया जा चुका है। कुछ अंतिम गतिविधियां जैसे ऑनबोर्ड कंप्यूटर पर रियल टाइम प्रोग्राम लोड करना, पायरो लाइन को आर्म मोड में लाना, गैस टैंक का अंतिम आवेशन, और यह सभी घटनाएं संतोषजनक तरीके से पूर्ण की जा रही हैं।
-3 minutes.
अब हम उड़ान से 3 मिनट की दूरी पर हैं। प्रमोशन तथा इस प्रमोशन की घटनाक्रम को पहले ही बताया जा चुका है। सर्वप्रथम दोनों S-200 स्ट्रप-ऑन बूस्टर प्रज्वलित किए जाएंगे T0 पर।
Pre-flight pressurization of the hydrogen tank commenced.
आधारित चरण है, इसका प्रज्वलन शुरू कर दिया जाएगा। इसको यान से पृथक कर दिया जाएगा।
We are close to 1.5 minutes from the scheduled launch time.
सभी दर्शकों को ज्ञात है यह इस यादगार पल के लिए यहाँ
1 minute.
अब हम उड़ान से 1 मिनट की दूरी पर
-45 seconds. -50 seconds.
All sequences sound.
-45 seconds.
L110 VSPP open.
-20 seconds. -15. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Of LVM-3 M4 rocket carrying India's prestigious Chandrayaan-3 spacecraft.
P2 tracking.
प्रज्वलन और सफलतापूर्ण उत्थापन LVM-3 M4 रॉकेट का यह भीमकाय रॉकेट आसमान को चीरते हुए अपनी भयानक इसे हम यहाँ महसूस कर सकते हैं और यही दहाड़ है जो वैज्ञानिकों को रोमांचित करती है। LVM-3 के उत्थापन के साथ ही हमारे अंतरिक्ष यान चंद्रयान-3 की चंद्रमा की यात्रा प्रारंभ हो चुकी है।
As the rocket is soaring through the clear skies, every second moving closer to the accomplishment of the most important milestone in its mission to moon. Every Indian witnessing the launch live is content with the feeling of watching history in the making.
चंद्रमा की सतह पर अपना छाप छोड़ने के लिए चंद्रयान-3 अपने मिशन को पूरा करने निकल चुका है। वर्तमान में दोनों S-200 स्ट्रैप-ऑन
They are made of HTPB-based solid propellant.
S-200 strap-on boost का कुल प्रज्वलन काल 126 सेकंड का है और अभी अभी घोषणा की गई
Apart from the strap-ons, the core stage has also commenced its operation. This stage, based on combination
200 stages are separated.
of hypergolic earth storable liquid propellants UH-25 and N2O4. Now the S-200s have been separated.
घटनाक्रम के अनुसार यह यान इस यान से S-200 स्ट्रैप-ऑन बूस्टर्स को सफलतापूर्वक पृथक कर दिया गया है। यह काम सेपरेशन मोटर्स की सामान्य निष्पादन करता हुआ अपने उद्दिष्ट कक्षा की ओर बढ़ रहा है। अभियान
Plus 3 minutes.
क्लोज लूप गाइडेंस के अंतर्गत है।
L1 turn stage for performance normal.
Following the prediction.
Payload fairing separated.
जी हाँ, पेलोड मीटर की ऊंचाई प्राप्त कर चुका है।
220 seconds past the launch time. Current altitude is 135 kilometers. In the 200 seconds of its operation, the L-110 stage per second, that is 250 kilometers every minute.
L1 turn stage performance normal.
LVM-3 M4 रॉकेट का द्वितीय चरण पूर्णतः सामान्य निष्पादन करते हुए तथा UH-25 अर्थ स्टोरेबल प्रोपेलेंट को ईंधन
Stage ignition is authorized. Ignition confirmed.
That's a piece of really good news that the third stage has started.
इसके प्रज्वलन के साथ ही तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट से गूंज उठा है मिशन नियंत्रण कक्ष। तृतीय चरण C-25 वर्तमान में प्रणोद उत्पन्न
118 kilonewtons thrust of liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen.
और यह अंतिम चरण है इस यान का C-25। यह क्रायो ईंधन पर आधारित चरण है जिसमें लिक्विड धानी के साथ भरा जाता है। इस चरण में 186 किलोन्यूटन का प्रणोद उत्पन्न का इस्तेमाल किया जाता है। क्रायो ईंधन का विशिष्ट आवेग 446 सेकंड के करीब होता है।
Plus 7 minutes.
To the relative velocity immensely.
Cryo stage
आइए
performance
अब आपको
normal.
पेलोड के बारे में जानकारी देते हैं। लैंडर मॉड्यूल्स पे कई वैज्ञानिक प्रयोगों के लिए पेलोड्स लगाए गए हैं।
India's prestigious lunar landing spacecraft Chandrayaan-3 moving closer to its intended injection spot in the orbit, universe, translunar injection, and moonbound orbits. It also has a payload to study the spectral and polarimetric measurements of Earth and lunar orbit. The abbreviated name of the payload is SHAPE. Among the payloads of the lander module, the following are included. A landwehr probe called Rambha to measure the near surface thermophysical experiment, or CHASTE, to measure thermal properties of lunar surface near polar regions. To measure the seismicity around landing site and delineating the structure of the lunar crust and mantle, payload ILSA is there. For better understanding of included, another payload is the alpha particle X-ray.
दो और प्रोपल्शन मॉड्यूल में एक पेलोड भेजा गया है। चंद्रयान 3 के स्वदेशी लैंडर और रोवर में नितभारों का इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा है। यह अंतर्ग्रही मिशन के लिए भी आवश्यक तकनीकों का प्रदर्शन करेंगे कि उबड़-खाबड़ सतह में भी बड़ी सावधानी से उतर सकेगा और रोवर को बाहर लाने के लिए लैंडर और रोवर में कुल 6 नितभार हैं। रेडियो एस्ट्रोनॉमी ऑफ मून बाउंड हाइपर सेंसिटिव आयनोस्फीयर एंड एटमॉस्फेयर, जिसे शॉर्ट में रंभा कहा जाता है, यह चंद्रमा की सतह के पास प्लाज्मा के घनत्व तथा समय के साथ बदलाव का मापन करेगा। इसके बाद चंद्र सरफेस थर्मोफिजिकल एक्सपेरिमेंट चंद्रमा के ध्रुवीय सतह के आसपास की थर्मल प्रॉपर्टीज का मापन करेगा। इंस्ट्रूमेंट फॉर लीनियर सिस्मिक एक्टिविटी लैंडिंग साइट के आसपास के क्षेत्र में भूकंप जैसी गतिविधियों का पता लगाएगा। रोवर में चंद्रमा की सतह के तत्वात्मक विश्लेषण के लिए लेजर इंड्यूस्ड ब्रेकडाउन स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोप और अल्फा पार्टिकल वर्तमान में C-25 इंजन और पूर्णतः सामान्य प्रदर्शन सापेक्ष गति 6.5 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड, ऊंचाई 191 किलोमीटर।
Ground tests and simulation. During the last phase of landing, the module will have a vertical velocity meters per second from a height of 3 meters. The lander legs are designed to be robust enough to thrive the impact. The cameras are tuned to take pictures of the successive laser Doppler velocity sensor is in a upgrade in Chandrayaan 3 over its predecessor. It helps to determine instantaneous velocity of craft. And 2, in the last few minutes of its descent, for upgrade in the guidance algorithm. Inputs from various sensors are used by the autonomous navigation guidance algorithm of Chandrayaan 3 to plan the flight path to the most suitable landing spot.
वर्तमान में हम प्रमोशन से करीब और उचित अभिवृत्ति प्राप्त कर चंद्रयान 3 को यान से चंद्रयान 3 को LVM-3M4 द्वारा एलिप्टिकल पार्किंग ऑर्बिट में जाएगा। 5वीं बार में यह पृथ्वी से चंद्रमा की ओर प्रस्थान करेगा, जिससे हम ल्यूनर ट्रांसफर करेगा और फिर क्रमशः 5 में मॉड्यूल चंद्रमा की 100 किलोमीटर की वृत्ताकार कक्षा में स्थापित हो जाएगा। यहाँ यह उचित समन्वय की प्रक्रिया शुरू की जाएगी।
Plus 15 minutes.
900 seconds after the launch. Currently, the C-25 stage is thrusting.
जी हाँ, कुछ ही क्षणों में हम देखेंगे तृतीय चरण LVM-3M4 रॉकेट का चंद्रयान को उद्दिष्ट कक्षा की ओर ले जा रहा है। प्रक्षेपित कर दिया जाएगा।
क्रियो स्टेज थ्रस्ट कट ऑफ।
कक्षा प्राप्त कर ली गई है।
चंद्रयान 3 सैटेलाइट सपोर्ट।
चंद्रयान 3 को सफलतापूर्वक अंतक्षेपित कर दिया गया।
Milestone successfully.
Chandrayaan 3 mission accomplished. Handing over to mission.
M4 Chandrayaan mission accomplished its precise satellite injection conditions. LVM-3 M4 mission is successful.
The jubilant congratulatory gestures. Of ISRO scientists in the Mission Control Center.
जी हाँ, चंद्रयान को और हम आपसे आज्ञा लेते हैं।
We sign off. Up next is address by Secretary DOS Chairman ISRO.
Chandrayaan-3 has started its journey towards moon. Our dear LVM-3 has orbit, and it is precisely there now. And let us wish all the best for the Chandrayaan-3 craft to make its further orbit racing maneuvers and travel towards moon in the coming days. So let me wish all the very best to Chandrayaan-3 for its further journey towards moon. Also the project director of LVM-3, and we have also the mission director for the Chandrayaan-3 craft, the project director of Chandrayaan-3, Veeramuthuvel. So over to them. Mohan.
Thank you, sir. Honorable Minister of State for Science and Technology and Departments of Space and Atomic Energy, secretaries of the respected dignitaries and invitees, I am very happy to report here injected the Chandrayaan-3 satellite to the precise orbit and Space Research Organization, ISRO family. I would like to appraise three things here. The vehicle systems are in the continuous process of quality improvement, especially in the event of our human rating efforts towards making the systems reliable. Secondly, the payload also, capability of the pioneering approaches. We are in the process of increasing the launch frequency of this vehicle, considering the national requirements as well as satellite demands. Here, just exactly as per the human rating standards, enable is 100% qualified to be the human rated engine with indigenously developed LET throats and the pocket, backward gas entry also is eliminated, and it is a perfect system.
Good. So we will describe all those details later because of shortage of time.
Yes, sir. I take this opportunity to thank all the mission executives because mission executives for all the supports. All executives are identified. Really, this is a penance of so many across the ISRO centers, our launch vehicle centers, VSSC, LPSC, the small scale industries who supply us with all the deliverables in time, quality products, the suppliers of chemicals, of avionics systems, and our own GOCO facility operators. Actually, the industrial manpower is really our ISRO's virtual manpower. Everybody's efforts went into this, and called the also the prayers and best wishes of all our seniors, retired executives, everyone, family members, in the form of this success, which was the penance by the ISRO family for last 73 days. And my prayerful pranams for the Jai Hind.
Respected Chairman ISRO, Chandrayaan 3 has been injected into an intended orbit with very close orbital parameters. Congratulations and thanks to LVM-3 team. And all our spacecraft health parameters are normal, including the power generations in both propulsion module and lander module. Be closely monitoring and controlling the spacecraft from ISTRAC Bangalore. Many critical events are lander and set of deboost maneuvers, and finally the power descent phase for a soft landing. I take this opportunity to thank Chairman ISRO, Director URSC, and all the center directors for entrusting me this opportunity, who are behind, who are deputy project directors, project managers across the ISRO centers, who have provided an excellent support in building the spacecraft. The various work centers and industries who have contributed directly and directly to this mission. My special thanks to URSC Council members with all your wishes and blessings from the God. Thank you.
We have our Minister of State for Space, Dr. Jitendra Singh ji, amongst us during this historic occasion of success of launching of LVM-3. So we would like to hear a few words from him. Over to you, sir.
It is and a moment of destiny for all of us over here at Sriharikota who are a part of the history in making, for making India proud. And thank you, Honorable PM Narendra Modi ji, for having made this possible by unlocking the gates of Sriharikota and enabling the India's space sector. And living by his words, I think the Chandrayaan today has gone beyond the limits of sky to discover the unexplored horizons of the universe beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, this day today, the 14th of July 2023, is also a day of vindication, but never short of confidence. And when we see those pictures, the slightest embarrassment, that is because human, and today here we are vindicating and we are reiterating India's indigenous capabilities, living up to the ideal of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Ladies and gentlemen, as Amrit Kal, she pledges to play a leading global role in the emerging world scenario of 21st century. Thank you and congratulations once again.
Thank you, sir. We will also introduce the directors of the centers who have done all those great work of building the rocket, building the scientific instruments for Chandrayaan 3, the Chandrayaan spacecraft itself, and made all those critical systems, and also the agencies who are going to handle the rest of the mission part, the tracking and the ground stations and all those teams are here. So I request the directors of those centers to join. First, Director of Vikram Sarabhai Space Center.
Good afternoon, India. In last 1 year, this is the 10th mission, including the precise land. So with this mission, this is the 7th mission of LVM-3, the successful mission. With this, the success rate of LVM-3 is 100%. And this is the ideal vehicle for Gaganyaan. That we are incorporating in Gaganyaan, we have implemented here. And the Mark III has crossed the reliability of 0.9 and inching forward. So I take this opportunity to salute the entire ISRO community, especially the VSC community and all launch vehicle centers, industry partners for making the stages, making the sub-assemblies and testing. 3 LVM-3s in 1 year is a Herculean task. I salute the industry as well as all the ISRO centers for this. And I wish all the very best. We know that when the beginning is good, the ending has to be good. I wish all the very best to the Chandrayaan for its solitary journey through the vastness of space and for making a feather-like soft landing in the 4th week of August. Good luck. Thank you.
See.
Good afternoon for Indian space program. Globe on this momentous occasion of the successful launch of the Chandrayaan-3. 3-in-1 spacecraft in the required orbit with the highest level of precision by our heaviest launch vehicle LVM-3. After the 2 launches of LVM-3 vehicle this year, this vehicle is realized in the record shortest time. Today, once again, all the vehicle systems have performed, demonstrated the 7th successful launch. As you all know, as great scientific satellite. For this mission, the entire vehicle performance is as expected. 4 liquid propulsion modules, 2 in the launch vehicle. The L110 stage, C-25 stage, it has performed extremely well, along with one for taking the spacecraft to the moon, another one for soft landing. I think it is already well integrated. The system health is very good. ISRO and the review process what we follow. I am sure all further mission operations will be a grand success and we'll have the successful soft landing. On this occasion, let me congratulate and compliment the members of ISRO team, our family members who have really sacrificed, the partners from Thank you, Jai Hind.
The Chandrayaan craft was built at the UR Rao Satellite Center, so I request the Director of URC to speak.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Chandrayaan-3 on its journey towards moon. Thank you very much. And as Director LPSC and Director VSSC mentioned, realizing this kind of launch. And thank you very much for the effort community and the industry supporting them. Coming to Chandrayaan-3, it is the penance of the Chandrayaan-3 team for the last 4 years, which has come today as an outcome. It is sitting like a brain sitting inside the head of a human being on that mighty vehicle. On top of that, happy moment to see that satellite getting separated, and our work continues from now for the next 42 days till we reach the lunar orbit and touchdown softly on moon. So we'll speak the rest of the things for moon. Till then, thank you very much for all the members of the satellite community and the industry for your support, which has been continuing over several years, and I am sure will continue in future.
Over to Director SAC, Nilesh Desai.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. At the outset, let me compliment Team ISRO for this excellent work, and especially the vehicle team as well as the project team. And as we begin this historic journey towards moon, done as it is said. So I'm sure that we'll succeed in our effort and endeavor to land on moon safe and in secured manner with a soft landing after 45 days. So I wish all the best to all the project team, spacecraft team, as well as my team at Space Application Center, who has developed sensors and other hazard detection and avoidance system which will help for a secured and safe landing on moon. So once again, I thank all who have contributed in this mission. Thank you.
Director of this center.
Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh, respected Chairman, our mentors, and the dignitaries here, and the entire ISRO family. A very successful launch, and hearty congratulations to all the LVM-3, M4 and Chandrayaan-3 mission. So, is our prestige, and I congratulate the SDC SHAR team, because throughout this launch, we had many launch campaigns of C-55 and 56. Along with that, we are proud to have this. In spite of the weather conditions here, we have successfully launched LVM-3 in the prescribed launch window time between July 12th and 19th. Very good, smooth campaign here, and all the hearty congratulations to the entire launch vehicle team, as well as for the last 2 months for hosting the Chandrayaan-3 team here and carrying out all the tests to make sure that Chandrayaan-3 is also ready for 3 days. And my sincere thanks to the various Indian industries who are now participating in various aspects of solid motor processing as well as the assembly activities of our launch vehicle to make it successful. And I wish a glorious success in the future to come. And I wish, as mentioned in the last week of August, to have a successful soft landing of Chandrayaan-3 lander.
I request all center directors to join on the podium. Please come, all of you. Please come. Please come here.
Gracias.